At this point, I think I probably have about a month's worth of work left to do just to finish up the soffits on the building and a little bit of tin under the gables on each side. And then we have to sheathe the front door with diamond plate. So the big 12 by 14 door is going to be diamond plate just like the side doors, double swing. So this weekend was a big weekend. We took care of a lot of infrastructure as far as water lines, internet, even ran an airline out so I could run slave off the front shop's air compressor and run a second tank out here, so I don't have to run a dedicated air compressor in the other shop here. And then of course firing up the new fire pit for the first time out here. You know, getting the concrete done, that is a major milestone, and it really helps. Of course, the big brother shop of this is going to go on the right side. So we'll have another building that will be a little fancier on the right-hand side more for like conventional vehicle storage. This one's someplace where I'll store stuff, but I'll do some welding and some other tinkering. I may even do a little bit of forging out here. And of course, just chill. So I've got a spot here we added. I mentioned in my previous video where we've got a spot for a grill here, and then I just kind of got done getting the fire pit ready to go. Put some red lava rock in there. It looks kind of cool. Turned out pretty decent. That's some kind of flange. I got it at the scrap yard. Thing's pretty beefy. I mean, I had to use my excavator to get it over here and set it in place. So that's pretty cool. That's looking good. We're gonna build some kind of knee wall back here with a roof structure and some other stuff to kind of finish this look off. But it's nice. You can sit here by the fire and, you know, chill and look at your cars and play with stuff out here. And then of course when we get the other side done, that'll be pretty neat too. So anyway, still a work in progress, but it's coming along. So the guys at SMV Cement, I've had them out here 4 or 5 times now to do driveway work. They did the slab on this building. They did this pour. And they do a really great job. They really care a lot. They go the extra mile. They helped me put a bunch of drainage in while they were out here. They did this slit drain here that's got grills for it. And we ran a number of pretty good sized drains out here today. So thanks to those guys. And then this is Stroud Building Supplies kit. At least basically the main roof, the poles, the purlins, and the metal trusses. Those are all North Carolina engineering stamped, right? And they sell the building as a carport, or they sell the same building as a garage. I went ahead and I bought this. I was going to just put it up as a carport, but I liked the building so much I decided to go ahead and finish it. So I live in North Carolina, so I reached out to the guys at Jet Metals, and we figured out what size metal I need to do the sides. They helped me with all the trim for the soffits, and we worked out a soffit structure. The soffits are kind of cool. We ended up, the way it works is we built a bird box. You can look up online, but we built a bird box on the ends, and then we work with Jet Metals to figure out precisely how wide those soffit pieces need to be that go in there. Let me switch the view. Each individual soffit panel, it rivets on the inside and screws to the outside. So it's you screw each panel up into the purlin and then rivet it into the J channel, and actually I have an extra L channel that goes in there that extends the tin off the building so that the soffits fit correctly. And it ended up with a pretty cool finish. Of course, you still have to cut around each one of this you've got here. This is one of the steel joists that hangs down. That's the only gotcha. But really, if you take your time and do a nice job cutting, it turns out really great. And then, the part that I've really had fun with is doing the doors. I called a number of garage door people, and I had a really hard time getting them the size I want, getting them the quality I want. And it ends up just, I don't know, there just seems to be a fairly unreliable business to get these guys to come up and give you a fair price and and give you a quote and be on it. So, you know, I built a couple of pretty big gates, really big ones, in fact, probably 1,000-pound plus gates. And we just decided to use that same approach. Here we basically used external hinges and then came up with a lock mechanism. This lock mechanism is just simple. It's a big bar. We've got to put the upper and lower pins on this next. And then, of course, I put another video out. This lock mechanism is actually kind of cool. There's a double lock here. And I wanted a mechanism where I could just swing it with one hand. And that pulls open and both those pins move out. And then this one, I've got pins at the top and bottom. And then we just have a circle here, right? And I'm gonna put a handle on that, a weighted handle that will hold that pressure so the upper and lower pins will lock at the same time. Anyway, it's really close. We're close to getting the final inspection on the electrical, so we'll get the electrical set up. But other than that, boy, I tell you, we can't be more than just a couple of weeks from having the electrical on, all the tin on, and probably really the final inspection for the building. So, you know, the first part of the build was a couple of weeks at Christmas, and then I've been working every Saturday with a gentleman who helps me out, and we just really work hard on Saturdays. And, you know, maybe sometimes an hour or two after work, or if I've got something hot going on, I'll take a few days off and really hit it. But we're definitely reaching the end now that the concrete's down and the tin's almost done. The inspector came out and gave me approval for the rough on the water. Anyway, it's been really cool. So it was SMB Concrete helped me with the cement in Charlotte. Jet Metals helped with the siding and the trim pieces. It's the kit itself was from Stroud Building Supply. That was probably the most inexpensive part of the whole build, actually. It wasn't that bad. And then I buy all my steel from CNC Metals in Marshville. Those guys are great to work with, and they have not only really good prices on regular steel, but also they have scrap down there, and that's where I got my fire pit. Now this thing, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a flange. And man, we were trying to get it off the back of my flatbed. And you know, we had to be really careful. You know, it's like 1,100 pounds. The excavator lifted it, but it was just kind of bulky and had to be kind of careful getting it off the truck. But I put a coat of paint on it today and given it a new life as the fire pit here. And we went ahead and just built a cement area dedicated for it. So anyway, I'm really happy with it. And as soon as this baby goes through final inspection, I'm going to pull the permit for the next project and start working on the next side. That one will probably have living quarters, actually. Still like you know, garage space, but I want living quarters there. Probably 800 square feet, I think, is what's permitted. So know your code, that's all I can say. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks.